So this video here is going to be real quick. So basically what I want to show you is everything that let me see, what the hell is this girl talking about? Excuse me. Anyway, so everything that I talk about, everything I have done has always 110% been off of patterns, Elliott Wave, and the Fibonacci, man. And I talk to a lot of people who are actually beginner traders. I'm 110,000% beginner as myself, but I do follow strict patterns, man. So I look for key things like let's see, like this descending triangle here. You can see that, which we got the breakout right here. So even if it's a descending, ascending, symmetrical triangle, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to follow all the same patterns, which ultimately means it's going to break in a certain direction. With that, so I work this triangle right here, and I look for breakout points. So as a trader, see if I can't even get rid of this. Again, I am still working with this stupid ass Binance Original. So even just keeping everything simple, I got two entry points in this particular coin right here. So one entry point for me would be right here, because I'm staying true to this 30,000 resistance, and it has been consistently going that way. So when I look at certain things like this, okay, boom, I got a key point right here that it has connected, and all these different zones right here. So if it does break, I'm going to give myself anywhere between a 3 to 4% loss, and it's straight to the shitter from there. With Elliott Wave, people count their Elliott Wave several different ways. Here, I look for different points, and then I look for consolidation around this area here, to where ultimately it kind of looks like a pullback. Now you can't see that in a higher time frame. You got to go back to an hour, 30 minutes, a smaller time frame to see everything is going to stick around here. I can't do that right now, because if I change the time frame on this chart, it's going to look all fucked up. So next, after we got this small minor pullback here, I was definitely looking for the 50% zone or the 618. And if you watch my last video, I clearly stated that this is the time to buy. Either you're going to lose here, either you're going to get a good position and lose, or you're going to get a great position and win and not have to continuously buy in and out. So if you bought anywhere in this zone right here, you could have held your particular coin, and would have been good by now. You would have been looking at profits maybe 2, 3, 4 days, maybe in a week later. That fourth quarter picked off October 1st, and we saw a big ass green candle, man, and it happened. And again, if you watch my last video, you will see all of this stuff right here. But yeah, what do we have next? So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to play around with this a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I mean by pretty much just staying consistent with trend lines. So I'm going to take this trend line right here. Now again, this is on a higher time frame, and we're going to run this trend line right, this support trend line right up and down this these candles here, and you can kind of see how it starts to change, and it gets tighter and tighter up the top. Even though this is a higher time frame, you still want to pay attention to these particular things. So when you get that first break point here, again, I don't know what particular time this was, but I do know what time this was. Again, we reached our all-time high right here. So you want to make sure you're setting stop losses in this area here, because you can possibly buy in this area here and get one more small tick up, and it could have been 70,000, and then we could have played off of this trend line here. But ultimately, we broke that trend line down to about 47,000, and we have a tremendous pushback, which would be my A, B, and C, finishing down here at 30,000. Then we had consolidation here for 4 months, man. I remember this like it was yesterday, and then this is where we stopped here. So it's a little thing that I like to do. I like to give myself a count between either 5 or 6 counts on different points that I like to use. I can't really explain that right now. It's just something personally I like to do. Every single time Bitcoin hit this support here, I made money, except for this time here. I wasn't really sure, so I actually bought in on these 2 times right here. But you want to make sure you have a good buying and selling point, and make sure you set your stop loss when shit gets crazy like this. But again, this here was so obvious to a lot of traders that have been out there, and hey, this is how I played it, and this is what I'm looking for in the future. So with this particular play here, I'm looking for a new all-time high. This is where I'm going. So right now we're probably on another Elliott wave, which this will be our third wave, and we're going to be pushing to a new all-time high. I could be wrong, I could not be, but if you watch my last video, I clearly stated that this was that good buying point. But hey man, that is it. I am fucking working on my basement right now. I'm going to get back to that. So y'all have a good night and happy trading. Peace.